Assalamu alaikum, welcome back to another video. I'm Hania and this is my channel where I share whatever I've learned. Today we are going to talk about the 4 most important and easiest ways to get out of a rut. If you're in a rut and you're not productive at all and you're facing a lot of difficulties trying to focus, well, no matter how deep you are in that situation, you need to get out because only you can save yourself. So, the first part to get out of a rut is to change your bad habits. Most of the problems that we face as humans often come from the same type of bad habits. And there's a story of a person that had a nail stuck in their head. So they went to the doctor and they would do anything except acknowledge that they have a nail in their head. And they would complain about headache. So the doctor told her to remove the nail from your head. And she said, no, it's not the nail, it's something else. And she went and visited another doctor. This is a fiction story, of course, but the point that I'm giving here is to get that nail out of your head. Because as long as you have a big problem in your life and you're ignoring it, you cannot succeed further. You will only get your condition worse. There are a lot of bad habits that we have, and you know what those bad habits are for you. So you know them very well. You need to get rid of those. The second point, past wounds. For some people, one event is enough to shatter their whole personality. And for others, they might think that they have had a pretty good childhood and upbringing. So they might think, I don't have any past wounds. But sometimes when you do something in routine, for example, you pay very less attention to your hygiene, or you just do the bare minimum in your work for a long time, it becomes a habit, and that habit is somehow it wounds your personal ego and it wounds your self-confidence. So it happens so slowly that you will not even notice. And for other people who really do have like past wounds, one thing about past wounds is that you don't have to go and dig about what those wounds are for you. So they're different for everyone, and they will often come up in your life as reasons you procrastinate, or the first pictures that come in your mind when you think about something negative, when you're deeply anxious. So for that, there's a technique called reframing, and I think I talked about it in the previous video. So you revisit those old memories that wounded you, and you try to find something good in it. Like you will try to find something positive from that memory, and that's how you reframe past wounds. Limiting beliefs are a big part that block our success. So if you've had a wish or a goal for a long time and finally you have achieved it, now you will notice that there's a cap, there's a ceiling on your desires and goals. You cannot cross that ceiling and you cannot achieve more. You'll notice that you've been living the same for years and even decades. So these limiting beliefs often come from a place of, if I have A, I cannot have B. Let me tell you one thing, I'm a very ambitious person, and I've also had this limiting belief that if I want to become a good student, then I cannot enjoy my painting. If I want to be a good painter, then I cannot be a good writer, for example. But when you stop listening to these voices and you just do what your heart wants, you will see that it is very possible to be good at a lot of different things at the same time. Yeah, there will be people telling you that you cannot be jack of all trades, but you can do whatever you want. And our beliefs, every belief that we have, is sort of a limiting belief. If we don't work on those beliefs over time, they take hold of us and they control our life. The most common type of limiting belief is accidentally coupling two things. In this case, like two positive things. You cannot we believe that if we have one thing, we cannot have another thing, that it will be difficult for us to manage our time or our resources, and that we are one person and we cannot do everything. So for that, I will tell you that there are a lot of people in this world who choose to believe in themselves and who do whatever they want, and they do succeed. And I can assure you that this has happened in my life as well. For the longest time, I used to believe that people were meant to be specialized in one thing, and that's how they define success. But I did that and I tried that and felt very deeply misaligned. So I switched back to my old ways, the way I used to be before. And the second type of accidental coupling of two beliefs is that if something good and something bad happen to you in the same time of your life, you might start to associate the good thing with the bad thing. For example, if you've had a period of life where you were chasing a goal, where you were working really, really hard and you did not have free time. Now, not having free time and being stressed out because you're chasing a highly competitive goal or because you're in a highly competitive environment does not automatically mean that chasing a goal is a bad thing. But if you might have also seen this in examples where families go on vacations. So, despite enjoying the vacation very much, when they come back, all they recall is the bad stuff, how their car broke down, how they got stuck in the middle of a forest, how they lost their equipment and their luggage. So, when they talk in this negative manner, then the next time you will not even think about starting going on a vacation, because you will automatically link, oh, vacation, it means stress, it means very stressful situations, so you will try to avoid that. Now notice if there's something that you really want to achieve but you're avoiding it, and try to find out why you are avoiding it. And again, usually you don't have to go really deep and start journaling and start looking into your past trauma. You will find the answer automatically if you just listen and stop reasoning with your mind. The fourth point that sabotages our success is open loops. When there's something running on in the background of your mind, you cannot focus on your current tasks. So if those tasks are really small, then you can just note them down on a separate piece of paper and put them aside. But if there's some really big things, for example, a goal that you wanted to achieve for 2 or 3 years and you've still not achieved it, so that thing is like an open loop still running on your mind. Or a certain type of event uh, that you expect in the future, and that future has not yet arrived, so there's an open loop running in the back of your mind, thinking, when will that time arrive, when will that time arrive. To close open loops, first of all, make a list of everything that's on your mind that you wanted to do, that you even write down your childhood dreams, that dream that you had in third grade of becoming an astronaut, even if they're really like absurd and meaningless. So after you write them down, visit each of these and decide, do I choose it or do I change it? If you're choosing it, it means that you are going to give that dream some time in your calendar. You have to every week give 2 or 3 hours to that goal that you had, and not complain about not achieving that goal. Because we think that daydreaming and just imagining perfect outcomes, it's really good. Of course it is all good, but only when we are inspired, and only when that inspiration is translated into some series of actions. If you're just getting inspired, soaking in that inspiration, that energy, and you're not using that energy anywhere, then you will end up feeling stuck. And it's like it's the same as bottling up your emotions and not having a clear outcome. So this is how you do open loops. So these are the points that I wanted to discuss in this video. If you have any doubt in these questions, ask me in the comment, and let's see you in the next video.